Hey, y'all. Welcome to the first day of Missoula Gives. I'm Mark Moss. I am the executive director at Tell Us Something. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who has donated so far. Wanted to just check in and say thanks to Art House Framing for their donation and also for actually framing a whole bunch of artwork for Tell Us Something. We're going to do the Art of Tell Us Something art show this May for First Friday, and clearly we can't do that. But Art House Framing did a fantastic job with the framing. Thank you so much for your donation, Marlo. Thank you to an anonymous donor for $40. Thank you to Anna Steen for her donation of $150. Thank you, Ed Brown, for your donation of $50. Greg Monroe, good to see you, local hero and Tell Us Something storytelling alumni. Told a great story about the first open adoption in Montana. You can go to tellussomething.org and listen to that story. Thanks, Greg, for your support during Missoula Gives. Ben Brewer, great story about a trippy, psychotic reaction to some drugs that he was taking, prescription drugs, as a result of potential malaria. And awesome story if you want to check that out. Not for all audiences. Ben Brewer, thank you for your donation, $75. Sienna Solberg, executive director over at Spark. Love you, Sienna. Thank you so much for your $50 donation. Appreciate that and all of the work that you do to help get arts into the schools. For those of you who don't know, Spark is arts education in the classroom, and they bring local artists into Missoula County Public Schools. And I am one of the artists that come in and teach arts integration in the classroom. So as an example, if there was an 8th grade class that was studying the Civil War, instead of writing a paper about somebody who was living during that time, maybe they become a character in the Civil War and tell a story in the first person as if they were that character. And so I teach that sort of stuff in the classroom, teaching content, but using the art of storytelling to do it. And that's what Spark is, sort of in a nutshell. Thank you, Sienna, for your donation. Thank you to an anonymous donor for $50. Thank you to Mike McTee. Great guy. He's got a great story about how he came to stop using lead in his bullets. He's a hunter. Great story. You can check out Mike McTee at tellussomething.org and listen to his story. Thank you for your donation, $25, Mike. Kathy Witkowski told this great story years ago about how the love of her life almost died after being stung by a bee. It's a story of intrigue and lots of excitement, near-death experience, and she almost loses everything. Go check that out at tellussomething.org. Thank you, Kathy Witkowski, for your donation of $100. Thank you so much. Rod Foster, thank you for your donation of $25. Appreciate your support during Missoula Gives. Marissa Franz, thank you so much for being a Tell Us Something champion. Marissa is the official Tell Us Something timekeeper and gonger when she is available to do that. And I appreciate your help and friendship, Marissa. She's also a fantastic chef. And I've always wanted to make a podcast of just her laughs. Like, I wish that from the beginning I'd been like saving little clips of her laughter during live Tell Us Something events, because she has this really distinctive laugh. You can go check out the stories that she's shared at tellussomething.org. Really awesome, beautiful, heartbreaking story about teaching in Browning, up on the reservation in Browning, Montana. Thank you for your support, Marissa France. Thank you, Juanita Vero, $250 donation. Thank you, Juanita. She is awesome, and she's running for office here in Missoula, county commissioner, I think, and whatever it is, if you see her name on the ballot, you should vote for her. She's badass, and she's a rancher and runs a long family ranch, E-Bar Ranch, E-L Bar Ranch. So awesome. Thank you for your support, Juanita. Thank you to another anonymous donor, and Mike Jakubchek. Thank you for your donation of $50. Mike is another Tell Us Something alumni. Go check out his story about moving across the country with a little poodle and how he came to land in Missoula, Montana. Thank you, Mike, for your support. Denise, thank you for your support of $100. Denise, if it's the same person, I haven't gone in the back end to look to see who it is. But if it's the same person, Denise May is one of the American Sign Language interpreters that we have at our live events in Missoula, Montana. So thank you for your support, Denise, and for all the hard work you do for the deaf community in Montana, not just Missoula. Katie Adams, thank you so much for your support, $25. Appreciate that. Pat Abbey, thank you for your donation of $50 during Missoula Gives. Pat also is a Tell Us Something storytelling alumni, and you can go check out his story about some drinkers with a running problem. They had a little running group called the Wankers. So Pat's proud wanker. He's awesome. He's also now retired, but founded CabinetParts.com. If you're a fan of cabinet hardware, that's the place to get it. Thank you so much for your support, Pat. Betsy and Rusty Degg, thank you so much for your support. Betsy is doing great work for peace in our world, heading up the Jeanette Rankin Peace Center. She's also a Tell Us Something Storyteller alumni. You can check out her story at tellussomething.org. She tells this great story about how she became really good friends with a Vietnam veteran who had differing opinions about the peace sign that used to be here in Missoula, which actually you could see it when it was here. I live across the street from the hill where it was. It used to be right up on that hill, and Glenn Parks was he is a ceramics artist. He used to live across the street, and he made that iconic peace symbol into some iconic ceramics. You can find plates and clocks and stickers and all kinds of awesome things with his version of the Missoula peace sign. So all that, see, like all these little rabbit trails I go down. Thank you, Betsy. Thank you to an anonymous donor for your donation of $50. Colleen and Chuck, thank you for your donation. Thanks for your support during Missoula Gives. James Byer, thank you for your $25 donation. You can go and listen to Jim's stories on tellussomething.org. He's told a handful of them about life in the early days of Missoula in the 70s. He's quite the character. Go check out his stories. Jim Byer at tellussomething.org. Thanks for your support, Jim. And Sarah Lovell, thank you for your support, $15. Appreciate your gift. Every dollar helps during Missoula Gives. So grateful to you, Sarah. And Barbara Thoreau, former manager at Fact and Fiction Books, one of Tell Us Something's first sponsors. Barbara does awesome things for the arts community here in Missoula, and I'm so grateful to have you as a supporter, and thank you so much for your donation, Barbara. And Lauren Wyndham, thank you for your donation. Appreciate your support. I saw you on the live stream on Tuesday. I'm glad you were able to listen. Thank you for your donation. Thank you to Marlo Crossificio. I never can say your name right. I'm so sorry, Marlo. Thank you so much for your support, your donation, and the great framing job you did on the Tell Us Something posters over at Art House Framing. Appreciate you fundraising for Tell Us Something. Marlo is a fundraising champion during Missoula Gives, and I'm so grateful for your help. Marissa France, again, thanks for your donation. Thanks for being a champion of Tell Us Something as well. Benjamin Brewer, thank you for being a Tell Us Something fundraising champion as well. We talked already about Ben's story. It's so funny. Go check that out. And Mike Jakubchak, thank you so much as well for being a champion of Tell Us Something and of live storytelling during Missoula Gives. So excited to have another live streamed storytelling event tomorrow at 4 o'clock on the MissoulaGives.org website. More details about that are forthcoming. I've been working this morning with some of those storytellers, and we'll be working this evening with some more of them. I'm super excited to share that live storytelling event with you tomorrow, live streamed at the Missoula Gives website. And you can support Tell Us Something and live storytelling during Missoula Gives. Just go to MissoulaGives.org and search for Tell Us Something, or you can go to the link right here on the Instagram. Can't remember what platform I'm on. Right here on Instagram, go to our profile and click the link in the bio. It'll take you straight to the Tell Us Something website or to the Tell Us Something Missoula Gives page, and you can donate right now. Appreciate all of your help. During COVID-19, we are taking this opportunity where we can't have live in-person events to do some streaming events and to also do some strategic planning to figure out what the best way for Tell Us Something to move forward is. We're not going anywhere. We have been around for 10 years hosting live storytelling events here in Missoula. In Bozeman was planned this year, and also Livingston. We're going to figure out how to get back there also, and down into Gardner. We've been to Helena for the last 3 years, and we had an event scheduled at the Myrna Loy. Clearly we had to cancel that, and so excited to be back in person with you all when that's possible. And the podcast will be back up and running. You can check out our YouTube channel. We've got stuff also happening, hopefully at the Zach Zootown Arts Community Center. We're doing hopefully a summer camp, if it's safe to do so, in July with kiddos. And so excited to be able to do that for the youth here in Missoula. The work we're doing is so important, and sharing stories is one of the best ways for us to connect with each other, especially during these hard times. And so if you have the ability to share, please donate during Missoula Gives. Thank you so much, and I will check in with you later today. Thanks.